Hello everyone, what's up? It's me again, Junkmaster3, and yes, it's time for a new horror review video. And the movie I'm going to make a review of today is the movie called, let's see here, 12-Hour Shift right here, which actually categorized itself as a thriller comedy film, which is really weird. But this film is basically about Angela Betty's character. She plays, what's even her name? The character name is Mandy, yeah, and she works at this hospital, and she just thinks life is just miserable and stupid and annoying in general. And she's also a substance abuser, illegal substance abuser, you could say. So the way she gets the money for that, though, is that she illegally sells like organs and stuff from the hospital to this really shady guy that I don't really think we get to see anything else by this guy, but he's basically lives in almost looks like he lives like in some sort of like abandoned like garage building. But they send this girl to get the organs, and then I think they kind of mess things up and they forget about the organs, and I don't understand how they could do that. But then obviously there's other like characters in this hospital, which is just really shady in general. You have David Arquette in this film as well. He's actually also the producer of the film, but he is playing a serial killer who's like in this hospital as well, but he's like chained up, so he can't really do anything. Um, so there's all just because of this lady that's supposed to like deliver the organs to this illegal organ harvesting guy, whatever. Just because she messes things up, she decides to get another organ from the hospital herself, but then she can't find any, and then she actually try to get a hold of an organ in any other way she can, basically. And then obviously this guy sends out his henchman in order to, or his henchman, I would say, to pretty much like drag her back, because he kind of threatens her in a way that's like, if you don't come back with this organ now, we're actually gonna like draw you by your hair over here to this place. So and that's pretty much it for the entire storyline, really. But this movie, I'm just going to be completely honest with you, I just despised this film so incredibly much. At first, I thought, well, this could be fun. Um, but this, I mean, it categorizes itself as a thriller comedy. You know already from the get go when you see that's a bad sign, because I feel like thrillers and comedies just doesn't go together at all. Um, I did not like the characters one bit. I think all of them are really, really annoying, except for one character, which was called Janet, who was like also a nurse working at this hospital, and she's the only normal type of person in this entire film. I feel like, because every other one is either despicably annoying or like really terrible people in general, and I just couldn't really understand why I would root for like a character like this that is constantly like abusing drugs when she's like working in this hospital. And I just don't understand either, because there's like an establishment, like an establishment, but they establish later on in the film that the character of Mandy, portrayed by Angela Bettis, she's actually like on parole or something, and she works at a hospital. Like, why would any hospital get this person to work for them when she's actually pretty much like out on bail, or like pretty much out on bail, basically, or like on parole? Why would you hire a person like that in a hospital area? I just don't understand that at all. That just didn't make any sense to me. The character of, I don't remember the girl who's supposed to take out like, or like to deliver the organs, basically. The character is called Regina. She is one of the most unlikable characters. I mean, I know she's supposed to be stupid and like sort of like a dumb blonde type of thing, but come on, there has to be a line there as to how stupid one can get, because she messes things up at least twice or three times in order just to get a hold of this organ. Because she basically at one point she actually attacks this guy outside. It's just like a passerby. He hasn't really done anything, and instead of going into the hospital and trying to get a hold of like an organ in there and try to like talk with Mandy about it, she just for some weird reason decides to attack this poor guy and basically kill him off. and then she takes his liver. I think it's supposed to be his liver or like his kidney. I think maybe it's the kidney. Yeah, the kidney. Sorry. Um, and then when they're chased in the hospital, for some weird reason, she just puts the kidney away, like, and then she just kind of forgets about it. Like, what was the whole point about that then? And then also she, or like both of these girls basically team up eventually. So Mandy and Regina then, and I don't understand because there's like another sequence right here where this is sort of like a spoiler alert, but then again, I don't really care too much at this point because I think this film is just really trash. But there's like this point where David Arquette's character actually breaks out, and I was just really almost rooting for him to actually attack every single person in this hospital and just get rid of every single character in this film, and just make it into like a slasher film. But unfortunately, that didn't really happen, and he's not very likable either. I mean, I know he's not supposed to be likable at all, but I mean, it seems like when you almost feel like a serial killer guy is the guy you're rooting for in a movie like this, you know, you've really messed up with some of these like characters or like the character development. And this henchman that's like running towards these girls like Mandy and Regina, he keeps like running towards them, like he really wants to catch them because he believes, I guess, that they have like a kidney somewhere. But I mean, why would you even care to run after these people when you can just grab a kidney in there, or like illegally grab or like threaten some guy in order to like open this place where you have all of these kidneys, instead of just trying to run after these people that probably doesn't even have a kidney like in their hands anymore? Like, what is the point? So there's so many plot holes in this film to the point that I just got really mad. At one point, it almost seems like this film also turns into like a musical, and I don't understand like what was the purpose of that. I mean, that doesn't fit the film at all either. And speaking of the music in this film is just atrocious and annoying. And yeah, I don't really know what they were thinking about that when it comes to this. Throughout this film, I was thinking, is there anything good about this film at all? And I was thinking for myself, well, some of the blood and gore effects type of deal is kind of okay for what it is. And I thought like camera angles and lighting from time to time could be okay. But if that's the only positive thing you have in your film, you know you really messed up. Obviously, this is just my personal opinion. So if you do like this film, congrats, you really enjoyed this garbage. This is my personal opinion, obviously. So, but I just don't understand what they were thinking when they made this film. And it's like I said before, there's not a single likable character in this film except for that one nurse called Janet, played by, what's the actress name? Brooke Sagan. She's the only character that I actually did care for, and she has not very much screen time in general. So, yeah, I despised pretty much every single character in this film, and I just wanted every one of them to get picked off one by one by some lunatic that just run into this place and just got rid of all of them. The comedy doesn't work at all. The comedy is just so incredibly forced and so ridiculous and stupid, and yeah, I despised this film. I was actually thinking of for myself, well, this is probably going to end up on my top 10 worst movies that I've watched during this year eventually. Yeah, this one really drove me mad. And like I said before, I usually try to find some type of positive things in the film. Like I said before, like the blood and gore effects are decent enough, and some of the camera work and lighting is okay for most of the time. But just because this movie really pissed me off this much, that is the reason why I'm going to give this one a 1 out of 10. This is terrible, terrible garbage, and I just don't understand what they were thinking. I don't understand what David Arquette was thinking when he made this film, or like produced this film, I should say. He wasn't the director, but he produced it. I don't understand what he was thinking, because I know David Arquette has actually directed a really entertaining, not really entertaining, but decent enough slasher film back in 2006 called The Tripper, I believe. But this one, my God, this one is just so terrible. To the point, I just by looking at it, it just really makes me ill, and not like in a way that, oh, this is so messed up, this type of film. It's just by the fact that I just look at this right now, I was like, I don't want to be reminded of how much I despise this film. So yeah, there you go. That's a 1 out of 10 for that film. Anyway, hope you enjoy this particular review. I know this was more like a rant video than anything else, because I just despise this film so much. But once again, when it comes to my reviews, I really try to be as honest as possible, and I do not want to be not influenced by other people, but I don't want to look up at other like reviews, because apparently this film actually has a rather decent rating on both IMDb and Letterboxd, and I don't understand why. Because yeah, like I said before, every single character in this film are so unlikable and so annoying, and I just wanted every single one of them to die in the most brutal way possible. So there you go. I hope you enjoy this review. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Have you seen this film? Do you like this film? Don't be afraid to say that you like this film. I'm not going to bash on you for that, but yeah, as for me, I just despise this film. Yeah. So if you also would like to follow me on YouTube or like see similar videos like this in the future, subscribe to my channel if you want to. And yeah, we'll see what next video is going to be about. Maybe another update video. I haven't made an update video in like 1 month or so, maybe 2 months. I'm not really sure how long time it's been since I made an update video. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this particular video. And yeah, happy Halloween to you all, and see you next time. Bye bye.